Do you know the single most dangerous indicator of your cognitive decline, loss of focus, and creative burnout? It's not distraction, nor lack of sleep. It's something you produce internally every single day, and it is the silent killer of your ambitions. This truth isn't about luck, it's about energy management. When Stephen Bartlett, the diary of a CEO, sits with the elite of billionaires and high achievers, he looks for shared patterns. We've discovered that massive success is not about raw intelligence, but about mastering one core mental loop, a loop Dr. Annette Bosworth calls the mental insulin cycle. We live in an age of high mental insulin, where our minds are constantly producing instant responses to challenges, just as your body pumps insulin to store quick energy. This process leaves behind mental trash, anxiety, brain fog, and a lack of sustained focus, the very first signs of cognitive decline. The core premise: truly successful people are not those who generate more energy, but those who master the art of stopping mental insulin production and entering the state of mental ketosis. The process consists of 3 inevitable stages that every mind must pass through to unlock its true potential. Stage 1. The alarming awareness. Initially, you think you're performing well. You work 14 hours, answer every email, and stay connected late. This action is the mental equivalent of eating a quick carb meal. It gives you a temporary spike in insulin energy, the instant response. The description: the employee founder feels the rush of quick accomplishment, but it's fleeting. The body and mind are pumping insulin response to the challenge. As Dr. Annette says, when your insulin is high, you cannot make ketones, meaning, when your mind is perpetually in reaction mode, you cannot create clarity and innovation. This alarming awareness is the moment you discover that hard work is leaving behind mental belly fat, brain fog, and distraction, just like excess insulin in the body. Stage 2. Breaking the dependency. Herein lies the true turning point, extracted from Stephen Bartlett's interview with Dr. Annette Bosworth about intermittent fasting. The mental law: stop eating so late. The psychological application: high achievers realize that eating so late in the mind is the late or instant response to challenges after hours. They don't reply to work emails after 10 p.m., they don't make consequential decisions under duress, and they don't consume emotional stimulants before bed. They break the mind's dependency on automatic response. They begin mental intermittent fasting. This lowers the mental insulin, reactivity, and anxiety, allowing them to exhaust their mental glycogen stores, routine energy-sapping responses. Stage 3. The inevitable adoption. The ultimate psychological outcome is entering the state of mental ketosis. The result: when reactivity and anxiety, insulin drop, the mind begins using cleaner, more sustainable fuel: mental ketones, deep focus, and clarity. As Dr. Annette explains, when insulin levels are lower, the mental trash starts to be taken out. The successful don't focus for long hours because they have superhuman discipline. They focus because they are running their minds on this clean fuel. Their brain now operates on mental ketones by default, leading to the elimination of brain fog, a massive increase in cognitive stamina, and the recovery of joy and aliveness in life. Let's see how multi-millionaires applied this pattern without knowing the medical terminology. Case 1. Mapping to stages 1 and 2. When Curtis James, shoe brand founder, was asked about his turning point, he didn't mention a deal. He said the crucial moment was realizing that his constant obsession with emails was an addiction to mental insulin. He decided to impose a strict boundary on replying. This is breaking the dependency. He stopped feeding his mind quick carbs. The paradox here is, stopping the work made him more productive. Case 2. Mapping to stage 3. Sarah Blakely, Spanx founder, only succeeded after she mastered the inevitable adoption. She spoke about her habit of morning walking. For most, it's just exercise, but Sarah used it to turn off all external stimuli for 60 minutes. This mental fast led to the mental ketosis state, where her most creative, millionaire-making ideas were generated. She allowed the mental insulin trash to clear out, enabling her to use pure mental ketones. Now let's look at the past 24 hours of your life. How many times did you instantly react to a demand, a challenge, or an external stimulus? How many times did you give your brain a quick carb meal, an instant reply, a rushed decision, or midnight worry? Where are you standing? Many of you are stuck at the end of stage 1, trapped in the endless loop of the alarming awareness. You are working, but you are leaving behind mental trash. This leads to chronic brain fog, what doctors call the first signs of early dementia. If you don't start clearing this toxicity, you are shortening your productive mental lifespan. Reaching stage 3 requires a crucial choice. Will you remain a slave to mental insulin and the reaction, or will you transform into the master of mental ketones and creation? Remember the inevitable pattern. This is not just a diet, it is a mental roadmap. Do not produce mental insulin. Reduce your instant reactivity. Start mental fasting. Choose a fixed time in the evening to cut off all external stimuli. Adoption is inevitable for success. Allow your brain to produce mental ketones, clarity and deep focus. You can rescue yourself, just as Dr. Annette rescued her mother, but it starts by stopping the feeding of anxiety and the fueling of reactivity. Tonight, do not have a late mental meal. Choose 8 p.m. as your cutoff time for all external connections. That is the next step on your mental roadmap. Share in the comments. What is the first mental insulin you will cut tonight?